out there to anyone who is watching this, and welcome to Book Envy, which is my new channel here on Booktube. My name is Michaela, and since I'm new to the community, I thought a great way for you guys to get to know me would be to do the Booktube Newbie Tag. So let's get acquainted, and here are the questions. Question number one is, why did you start this channel? I first discovered Booktube about 1.5 years ago, and I realized from watching other people, the reason they started uploading content was because they felt so passionately about reading, but they didn't have anybody they could share that with, and I'm no exception to that. Stumbling upon Booktube was kind of like being the new kid on the first day of school. When you go into the cafeteria and you find the lunch table where you're going to sit, I wanted to be a part of that. Question number two is, what are some fun and unique things you think you can bring to Booktube? Well, I do not actively read YA. I hope we can still be friends. With that being said, there are so many great book genres out there, and it is my intention to drag those books out of the closet and give them their rightful place in the sun. Question number three is, what are you most excited for in starting this new channel? Books are kind of my thing, and I think talking about them could also be my thing. I like to think of myself as kind of a liaison between books and readers. It's a pet peeve of mine when someone says, I'm not really a reader. Reading's just not for me. I hate when people say that, because you never hear someone go, you know, I'm not really a music listener. Music's just... No one says that. No one. I believe that there's a book out there for everyone, and if you haven't found the right book for you, maybe I can help. Question number four is, why do you love reading? I love reading for two reasons. Number one, reading allows me to do so many of the things that I love to do in real life, like traveling or meeting people. I'm able to see different perspectives. At the end of the day, reading is an art form that captures what it is to be alive. Part two of the answer, I love reading because reading gives me a high. I get an endorphin rush when I discover quality writing. I'm somebody who reads very quickly. I wish I could be somebody who savored books or even reread them. I'm just constantly trying to take in as much information as I can. I come across so many things where the writing doesn't speak to me, but when it does, the walls could be crumbling around me. Wouldn't matter. I have my book and I'm happy. Question number five is, what book or series got you into reading? I would love to say Harry Potter, but I was well into reading before Harry. I can't honestly remember what book was the catalyst. Question number six is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? What was the time span between the time you knew you wanted to start a booktube channel to the time that you actually did it? What's been the best part about this process, or what's something that you were not able to anticipate? I would want to know if what they do professionally has any tie to literature whatsoever. Question number seven is, what challenges do you think having a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I am a disgrace to millennials everywhere. I am so untech savvy. You know, I'm just gonna roll with it the best that I can. Also, the anxiety. Let me be the first to address that just because I'm outgoing does not mean that I'm not anxious. Extroverts get nervous too. Question number nine is, where do you like to read? I can read basically anywhere. My favorite place to read is on an airplane. I am never happier to see a book than when I am thousands of feet in the air. Truthfully, I can read anywhere. If it's something that I don't particularly care for, but I need to read it, then yes, I need silence, the will of God, and an act of Congress. Any other time, the circumstances don't really matter. Question number 10 is, what kinds of books do you like to read? Fiction is my first love, general fiction and literary fiction. I understand how it's very easy to mock literary fiction and just write it off as being completely pretentious, but there are still some titles and authors that are very, very dear to me. I love psychological thrillers, I have a couple book reviews in that genre coming up that I'm really excited to talk about. Mysteries, anything suspenseful. I really love memoirs because a lot of times, in my opinion, they read better than fiction. I'm interested in social sciences, psychology, also personal growth. I have almost like an Oprah Winfrey complex. I like books that inspire us to evolve and become better versions of ourselves. I also really enjoy classic literature. I have some very strong opinions concerning famous authors throughout history. They are not always the most popular opinions, however, I like to think they are substantiated. Once again, I am very excited to be here and to talk books with people. I feel like I have waited my whole life for this moment just to be able to talk books with people. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.